Hey everyone, welcome to this year's event. So, as advertised, every year my son and I, since we've been doing Dream Masters, we have certain tournaments and certain events that happen every year. And during the summer is often our biggest tournament, which is our Open Tag Team and Duo tournament that we've been doing since the beginning of this show and this whole thing here. So what I'm going to do is show you what I'm going to do is similar to our MMA tournament that I did a while back. I'm actually going to, and yes, we have the jar, a new jar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the names of those people who are going to be facing who in the first rounds of this tag team and duo tournament. So it's going to be kind of simple. Basically, the tournament we do every year, it's open to any tag team and duo on our roster, past, future, and present, and also any of the best tag teams of all time. And the only stipulation, if you would, is they both have to currently both be alive, and it has to be something legit that could happen. So the stipulation is they have to either be alive or part of our roster. Comic book realm or whatever. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let's find out who faces who. And we have all the names of all of the Dream Masters who are going to be taking place. That's our male roster. And the females, I'll be doing it another time prior to our event, which will be beginning next month. So next month, we're going to be kicking things off with our tournament. So it should be pretty epic. So what I want to do first is tell you guys, everyone who's going to be part of this year's Open Tag Team Tournament. Past, future, present, and whatnot, the best tag teams of all time currently. So here we go. The other thing is they have to have, one, they have to both be alive. Two, they can't have anything really associated that would make them disqualified or unfit to be part of this event. So that being said, let's get into it. Alphabetical order. First, for the Dream Masters, that's our regular roster. It's going to be the Awesome Ones. That's my son's group. The Beliebers, the Blood Brothers, the F4L, Straight Edge Society, after a long time of being apart. The Bullies, Celtic Thunder, the Saviors, the Minna Boys, our current reigning Telenet Tag Team Champions. The team of the Fly on the Wall, which is Dana Carvey and David Spade. Hollywood Fitness, Itchy and Scratchy. The Lucky Ones, Jack and Tim. The Ministry, which is Cosplay Jesus and Father Evil. The Olympians, which is JoJo, the bodybuilder, and a mystery tag team partner. I heard that person will be revealed when it's time for the tournament. Okay, that's the Olympians. And then MTV's Jackass, the Adele Boys, Mason, Ty, and Anthony Adele. The Pirates, the Social Outcasts, the South Park Rangers, Mason and Carter Stritzel, the Stritzel Fight Club, the current reigning BA Tag Team Champions. The Viking Juggalos, the World's End, which is Bane and Doomsday. The Wild Things, representing the Dr. Seuss brand. The Shield, RVD, and Sabu, Team Extreme. And then, going forward, we have others. The Alpha Academy, the APA, the Authority, Brazongo, the Brothers of Destruction, Demolition, the Dirty Dogs, the Dudley Boys, the Brood, which is Edge and Christian in this case, Evolution, For the Brands, Pat McAfee and Company, FTR, also known as the Top Guys, Imperium, The Hurt Business, Judgment Day, The Click, Shawn Michaels and Company, Legionano de Fantasma from XT, Los Lotharios, Lucha House Party, Miz and Morrison, the Mustache Mountain, the New Day, the Usos, the Street Profits, and the NWO. And that will be all of those involved in this year's event. So without any further ado, as what you're going to see here is I have to do this pretty quick and similar to the other like the last time. I'm going to pull the names out, 2 names at a time, and whoever I pull out will be facing each other. And I'm going to kind of do 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm going to do within 8 rounds. So we know that. Okay. So, 1 second here. All right, here we go. Drawing out the first 2 teams, and it is all the names I mentioned are all in this bucket, and it's all random as random can be. So I'm pulling out 2 names, and I will draw those now. Kicking things off for this year's event is Itchy and Scratchy representing the Simpsons. And their opponents, Hollywood Fitness, which is Macaulay Culkin, Jazz Fitness YouTube sensation, and Freddie Prinze Jr. and company. So it would be any one of those groups involved. So any one of the 4 will be representing. Anyway, next one, the Judgment Day, which is Finn Balor and Damian Priest and company. And their opponents, as you can see, the Social Outcasts, which is Little Sweet and Annoyed. As you can see, folks, completely randomized. I have no idea who's going to face who, as I'm just drawing out 2 names out of the bucket, which is off to the right. The next match, number 3, is going to be the Stritzel Fight Club, the current reigning BA Tag Team Champions. And their opponents, the Hurt Business, led by MVP and company. Next one. The Usos. And the Usos will be facing the Saviors, which is the Biker Rally King and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, one of our own regulars. And then the Straight Edge Society, which is CM Punk and Sean Jazz Stevens. I should say the original Straight Edge Society. And their opponents, oh man, Demolition, Axe and Smash, celebrating their anniversary is Axe and Smash, and they're still going strong, by the way, just in case you guys were wondering. So Axe and Smash definitely do qualify. And then we got JoJo, the bodybuilder, and his mystery partner, the Olympians. And they're taking on the Viking Juggalos. Well, they're going to have to use all that strength for that. Okay. And then Last two. The Shield, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Jon Moxley. And of course, a lot of these recommendations came from you guys, the fans, as they take on the MTV jackass, Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O. And the last one of that round, The Ministry, Father Evil and Cosplay Jesus. As they take on the Pirates. That's Johnny Gallows and Seth Ravage. All right, so that'll be round one. That's round one. Round two. Well, it's actually technically this is all the first round, the preliminaries. That first group, as you heard, is the first. Let's find out who's going to also be in the next set. It's going to be the APA. That, of course, is Bradshaw and Farouk, also known as JBL and Ron Simmons. And they're going to take on the Street Profits. Good luck to both. Oh. And yes, we got more. The Dudley Boys. That's Bubba Ray and Devon, for those people who don't know. Hall of Famers. And the Dudley Boys will be taking on the Bullies, which is Dan Keogh, Dave Smith, and Ronnie Angle. The Dudleys don't have a problem with that, I'm sure. Next one. Oh, boy. The current reigning Telenet Tag Team Champions, the Mina Boys, Henry and Jairo Mena. They're the Mena Boys from Tuesday nights, representing us. And their opponents is the Alpha Academy, which is Otis and Olympian Chad Gable. Next, persons. Oops, grabbed one too many. We have Mustache Mountain, which is Tyler Bate and Trent Seven, which I understand they just recently, they're putting their breakup on hold to take part in our tournament, the Mustache Mountain. As they are taking on Jack and Tim, the Lucky Ones. So two British groups should be interesting. Of course, Jack and Tim are current rocking tag team champions from Monday night. So I'm sure the Jack and Tim will represent well as they represent us in there. And then we have Team Extreme, Sabu, and RVD as they take on Imperium. Should be a interesting time right there. Okay, we got the NWO, of course, so you know that was going to be on here. If you're going to be talking about the greatest, the most dominating tag team of all time and trying to find it, of course, you're going to have the NWO as part of that. And, of course, they're going up against the Lucha House Party. That's a huge opportunity for the Lucha House Party. And as you can see, folks, completely random. We don't no control over that or this. Next, oh boy, the South Park Rangers. which is, in case you guys don't know, Trey Parker and Matt Stone. That's one of our guys. They're currently our former United States Tag Team Champions, and they're taking on The New Day. Should be interesting. And the last of that group is going to be Evolution. And Evolution will be taking on Los Lotharios, which is, in case you don't know, is Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. All right, looks like we got the last round's going to be going up. All right, round 3. Same rounds, actually. Oh, boy. And Mason the Hammer Odell, Ty the Devil Odell, and Anthony the Submission Hunter Odell. The Odell boys returning to action. And their first opponents back in action. Fly in the Wall, Dana Carvey and David Spade. That's their podcast, in case you guys don't know. Formerly known as the High Voltage. Dana Carvey, former tag team champion, as is David Spade. So the Odell boys are going to be facing Dana Carvey and David Spade. All right, next up. Bane and Doomsday, The World's End. One of our most popular and most dominant tag teams of all time on our roster. They're taking it on the FTR, the top guys. They're going to definitely prove that they are right up there with us if they can take it to Bane and Doomsday. I'll tell you that. No joke. Both very much tough peoples. Next one. The Click. Shawn Michaels, Diesel, X-Pac, and Road Dogg. As the Click takes on Miz and Morrison. Now, to be fair, when you have multiple people part of a group, it'd be obviously only 2 people representing maybe one person in the corner. That's about the only way that's going to work. Unless there's 2 groups that are factions, then it's a different story how we'll handle that. Anywho, it's going to be Pat McAfee and company for the brands. And Pat McAfee and company take on the 3MB, which is 2.0 now. It's Elias McIntyre and Jinder Mahal, the 3MB 2022. And that is one that you have 3, so you could probably do 3 on the opposite side as well. So should be interesting there. And of course, my son and company, the Awesome Ones, which his group consists of himself, Stan the Man Lee, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Nathan Drake. And they are taking on the new United States Tag Team Champions. And if you guys watched the show from last night, you guys watched them win the right to have the event in their hometown. Former members of the Awesome Ones, it's the Blood Brothers, Damian Payne and Philip Awesome. Should be interesting there, too. Yep, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, folks. Indeed. It's going to be Legend del Fantasma Indeed. It's it's Santos Escobar and Company. And they are going to be facing the Dirty Dogs, which is Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. And now, the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker, as if I had to tell you who that is, any wrestling fans out there. And their opponents, Celtic Thunder, which is Damian McGinty and Ryan Kelly, the singing group, and former tag team champions for us, by the way, on Monday nights. The Irish lads are going to get a fight, that's for sure. All right, here we go. And here we go for more. It's the Beliebers, which is Justin Bieber's group. It's himself, Shawn Mendes, Logan Paul, and Eminem. And, of course, their opponents, The Brood, Edge and Christian. And last but not least, the final matchup, the creme de la creme, is going to be the Wild Things, representing Dr. Seuss, making their debut, as well, and they're taking on Breezango. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our tournament, which is going to set up. So let's go through this one more time for those people. In rounds 1, okay, we're going to have Itchy and Scratchy versus Hollywood Fitness. We're going to have the Judgment Day versus the Social Outcasts, the Stritzel Fight Club taking on the Hurt Business, the Usos versus the Saviors, the Straight Edge Society, the original Straight Edge Society, taking on Action Smash of Demolition, the Olympians, JoJo the Bodybuilder, our current reigning United States champion, and a mystery partner, yet to be revealed, taking on the Viking Juggalos. The Shield taking on MTV's Jackass. The Ministry taking on the Patriots. The Pirates, my bad. And then we have round 2. It's going to be the APA taking on the Street Profits. The Dudley Boys taking on the Bullies. The Mena Boys taking on Alpha Academy. The Mustache Mountain taking on the Lucky Ones. Sabu and RVD taking on Imperium. The NWO taking on Lucha House Party. The South Park Rangers taking on the New Day. Evolution taking on Los Lotharios. And in the last qualifying round, the Adele Boys taking on the Fly on the Wall podcast, SNL alumni Dana Carvey and David Spade. The Adele Boys, of course, Mason the Hammer Adele and his younger brother Ty the Devil Adele, and of course his older brother Anthony, the head submission hunter Adele. The World's End, Bane and Doomsday takes on FTR. The Click takes on Miz and Morrison. For the Brand takes on 3MB. The Awesome Ones take on the Blood Brothers. The Legendo del Fantasma takes on Dirty Dogs. The Brothers of Destruction takes on Celtic Thunder. And of course, the Beliebers take on the Brood. Battle of Canada right there. And last but not least, the Wild Things making their debuts, taking on Breezango. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the matchups you can look forward to seeing. And there you have it. So that's going to be kicking it off in August. So we got to have we'll have 3 shows now a month. So we're going to have the first qualifiers on the 4th around. And then the 14th, you'll see more. And then you'll have the conclusion on the 24th. So the finals will be happening on the 24th of August. And we will crown the best tag team or duo of all time currently of 2022. We do this every year. And we have some familiar favorites, some fan favorites, and some new people. So it should be interesting. So thank you very much. And may all your dreams come true. We'll see you in August. Peace from the F4L icon in the F4L headquarters.